and I'm like, I don't care. I'll wait until later. But so I go on the PC and I heal myself. Then I decide, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go give Steven his letter. So run in here really quick, and this cave is filled with unusually strong Pokemon. I decide I really don't want to deal with Fortress, so because I don't have a fire type and everything else is just gonna get raped. So pick up the escape rope. Feebas. This cave's got some pretty strong Pokemon inside of it. It's definitely going to be a good level grinding place. I'm saying that when Abra and Feebas are occurring, I realize that, but it's not really the actual Pokemon inside of it. It's that the Pokemon inside of it just rape me. So I decided I didn't want Sparky to fall asleep again, so I just ran. And Shelgon pretty much blazes me a new anus right now, right about here. He pretty much just kind of destroys me, and I get really lucky there with the 1 HP, and I use my sweep potion, and I just kind of restore Sparky's HP. I got really lucky there with the 1 HP. But Swellow just kind of again blazes me a new anus because I don't have any electric type moves. I don't know why I decided to run from this one, but I did, I think. Oh no, I fainted it. Whoops. So I'm getting to level 15, and Seviper just kind of almost wrecks me. I mean, Seviper does wreck me because it paralyzes me with Lick. And then I'm like, what the hell? Why am I paralyzed? I couldn't figure it out for, like, ever because I wasn't reading, and so I didn't know that I had been licked, and so that's how I got paralyzed. Like, I didn't just figure that out until about 5 seconds ago. So, here we go, and I just nope so hard about this Metagross. I'm just like, nope, GTFO. Nope. That's literally what I said, too. I was just like, nope. And then this thing infatuates me, and I just decide, fuck it, I'm not going to deal with it. It wasn't really that I was just, I was, by this time I was like, alright, I'm paralyzed, I'm in yellow health, I don't want to deal with anything. I just want to leave. And then, I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to get through this. And then I run into an Ampharos, and I decide, alright, I can take this thing down. And it turns out all this thing has is an electric type moves. So, when it attacks me, all it does is restore HP because of Sparky's Volt Absorb. Which becomes really, really nice, because then I decide, he's fully restored, and I didn't have to use any potions. I'll just heal his paralysis. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. But Feebas comes in, and I OHKO it. Sparky's running low on tackles, so I give Steven his letter, and he gives me Steel Wing, and then I decide I don't want to deal with running back out, so I just kind of escape rope out. Then I run down to the beach and go to Slateport because I don't want to deal with Brawly yet without a Psychic type. So I pretty much just start looking for a Psychic type right away. Like, I am hell-bent on finding a Psychic type, I swear to you. This is one of the most hell-bent I've ever seen myself on. And so I find a Cacturn, and I decide, it'll be helpful later on. So I switch out to Kobayashi, I think it was. Yeah, it was Kobayashi. And then I just kind of bite it into submission. I can't believe I used Bite so much. And I go for another Bite, which ends out to be a good deal because he's using Absorb. And then I just kind of... This is the one that I was talking about earlier. I have 22 Pokeballs, so I just sit here. He's breaking out, and I'm just like, alright, we can just sit here. I'll plug you full of Pokeballs all day long until you get inside one of them. And he just kind of is being very adamant about it, and then he finally gives in and lets me capture him. And I decide... I said I was going to split the episode here, but I decided I'm just going to go ahead and name it. I was going to do a fan name episode, and you can see my start menu there for a minute. With Evil Genius, one of the best games ever, and I decided to name him Prickly. I don't know why. Like, all the names I came up with in this episode, except for Mystery, are pretty fucking stupid. So, if you want to, and then I'm like, give me my soft sand, bitch. And then I realize it's her that gives you the soft sand, and so I run up here, and I realize, Route 109, and I go past the double battle trap. I run into it later on purpose, but So you can see me fishing here, and then I get a horsey, which I proceed to switch Pokemon. I think I go to Iwasawa. Yeah, I would go to Iwasawa, because Iwasawa's low health, or low attack, or low level. There we go. And I just kind of catch it in one ball. And then I immediately, I know what I'm going to name it right away. I don't even have to think about it. I name it Mystery. Weesnaw. Weesnaw. I might find that song and put that in there. Or, not song. And I realized I put it in the dead box because that was the last box I used on it. And I was like, oh crap, I got to go fix that. So I just run right here all the way to the PC. And I just, Mystery, or Useless, yeah. I let Useless run away. And then I decide I'm going to... I'm trying to decide what to swap out for Mystery, but then I decide, I have Poliwhirl. I don't need to swap anything out. So I decide heal while I'm here, and then go ahead and... I don't remember if I do the Devon Goods now. Yeah, I do the Devon Goods now. And he's like, go find Captain Stern, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Pick up TM47 here, which is... or TM46, which is Thief. And basically, I'm like, I really need to find some Meowths, because Meowths, at least in Fire Red, have a 50% chance of appearing in the wild with rare candies. So I'm going to go teach something Thief and probably Rare Candy Grind. But I can't really find a Meowth spawn area. And right here, I'm realizing that I don't have Electric-type moves yet, which Sparky was a bad one to send out. But he's going to grow to level 16, and he's going to learn Thundershock right away. So I go ahead and get rid of Helping Hand, which probably in retrospect I should have gotten rid of Tail Whip. But, so anyway, Thundershock makes quick work of all of this guy's Pokemon. And I'm feeling so good right now. I'm like, come on, Archie. Let's do this. Let's do this, Archie. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Fight me, bro. And then he just leaves. So he's a really big pussy. It was funny though. I kept calling him Maxie in the original because I couldn't the original recording because I couldn't remember what his name was because my game was always Ruby. So it was always Maxie that was the bad guy, and I saw Archie's name maybe once, maybe twice. I think once in Mount what's it called? The mountain where you get the thing from. And right here I'm freaking out because I just found a Venomoth, and at this time I'm still convinced Venomoth is a psychic type, which it's not. I discovered it's a bug poison, and I'm like, oh god, that was close. So I switch into Grapes to give a Hypnosis. I'm not taking any chances here. I am capturing this Venomoth. So I pretty much just throw Pokeballs at it until it captures, and it does. And I'm very, very happy right now, and I'm naming it, I don't know what to name it right now. I have a lame name for Venomoth. It's really, really stupid, but I end up naming it, what do I end up naming it? Oh, that's right, I ended up naming it Bugsy. I forgot until I saw the B, and then I was like, oh yeah. I just named it Bugsy, and then I go and run and grab it out of the PC. I'm like, okay, let's go, buddy. And then I need to change this name to Storage, I realized, and so I do that really quick. But yeah, other than that, and then I'm like, oh wait, whoops. And so I summarize this to see what it has, and I realize it's a bug poison type, and that it has no psychic type moves. So I'm like, wait, that can't be right. I could swear I learned something. So anyway, I hop on Bulbapedia really quick, and I check it out, and apparently Bugsy is a bug psychic or a bug poison type, but it learns Confusion at level 17, which is where I got all confused on and such. So I realized that right here, so I'm like, alright, I'll train it up to level 17, and actually I decided to just go get the... I'm just going to go get the EXP share and give that to it, because I don't feel like training it. So I run down, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to go get the XP share. Or did I already have the XP share? I think I might have already had the XP share. But anyway, Sparky makes quick work of that Wingull, and he pretty much makes quick work of the Marill as well. And So I pretty much just, after this, I kind of forgot about that trap. So this is something I always hated about this game. Even Ruby and even in Emerald, you couldn't go directly from Slateport to Petalburg. You had to go to Dewford. Like, there was no take me to Petalburg from Slateport or take me to Slateport from Petalburg. Like, it always just aggravated me so much. Because I would always speed through, like, his chat bubble. Not even turbo, just hold down X and or B. And I would try and, like... And so I would pick... And this is the point I realized I didn't fight this guy. So I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, level 6 Nicetas versus level 17 Jolteon. Yeah, okay, whatever. Even though you're a ground type. So I didn't go with the Thunderbolts, or the Thundershocks, because I knew he's a ground type. I knew Nicetas ground bug. So I just kind of wrecked that Houndoom pretty quickly. Run back here. This is about the point when I start using Useless as a cut slave. Cut slave. That sounds so bad. But yeah, so I pretty much just run up here, go get the XP share, get stuck on these stairs. I'm like, what the fuck? And those stairs too. And I'm like, alright, whatever. I start to try and walk around the desk, except I don't go the right way, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go ahead and leave, and then I give... I don't know why I waited until I got outside, but I give Bugsy his EXP share, and I give... Do I give Meryl? No, I don't give Meryl because soft sand, because I'm going to give him the EXP share to train. And I'm leaving again. Why the hell am I not going and getting Zigzagoon? Oh. I checked out my ground types for the electric type gym, and he has Sturdy and Boney has lightning rods, so we're gonna be good, basically. And I see that tree down there, and I'm like, right, shit. And so I go, and I run in here, and I just, like, I run up to the PC, and I'm like, fucking hell. So I grab Useless to use as an HM slave. I replace it with Boney, and I just kind of switch it, and then I'm like, alright, let's do this. So I go ahead and teach it cut, because it's a boss. And it learns cut pretty easily because it has an open move slot. So I just kind of cut this tree, pick up the X accuracy, and I'm like, well, that was useless. I don't ever use X items, so I cut down this, and I'm like, I'm gonna go collect all the small mushrooms, and I miss one because I'm too hellbent on getting the miracle seed. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get this item over here. I do run back and grab it. As soon as I, like, this patch of grass, just so many wild Pokemon, right there, in that, like, 5 seconds there. And so I just kind of grab it, and found one tiny mushroom, you know, and I jump down here, and I'm like, oh, hey, Meowth. And this is right here, I'm thinking, like, if Meowths are common in this grass, I'm like, I'm gonna go rare candy grind, and then I run into, like, 4 more wild Pokemon in here, and none of them are Meowths, so I think I might have missed this one too, or I think I got it maybe. Did I get the? Yeah, I got the tiny mushroom from there. All right, good. I run into a Kingdra, which I'm like, oh, whatever. Fuck you. I have a Horsey. So I don't know why I didn't decide to go through that one and go through that grass instead, and be a dumbass, but I did. So. Don't ask me. So I try and talk to Mr. Bridey. I try and get to him in turbo, and then I decide, that's not smart. So I turbo this boat again. This is something I also hated, is that the boat took so long. So I'm like, alright, this is the final countdown. And I'm about to go fight Brawly, and then I'm like, wait a minute, he doesn't know Confusion yet. So I decide to go into the beach and train Jolteon and Bugsy at the same time, you know, knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. And I get a couple of numbers. And this is the guy that I know has a Wingull and a Machop. Like, I knew that before I even fought him. Like, I was like, oh, you have a Wingull and you have a Machop, right? And it was kind of sad. Like, I was like, how do I know these things? At least I didn't know the levels. Like, I was like, alright, whatever. So I decided to go in here, and I'm like, this is a normal type Pokemon that he throws out right now. It's an Azumarill. It's a normal type.